Deep in the heart of Arizona, where the Mogollon Rim stretches across 200 miles of rugged wilderness, a legend whispers through the pines. They call it the Mogollon Monster, a towering, hairy beast, 7 to 8 feet tall, with a stench like rotting flesh and screams that pierce the night. For over a century, locals have feared this creature, blaming it for something far darker than mere sightings: the unsolved disappearances of campers, hikers, and adventurers who dared to enter its domain. In this episode of Dark Chronicles, we're diving into Arizona's most chilling cryptid mystery. Is the Mogollon Monster just a myth, or is it Arizona's Bigfoot, stealing lives in the shadows? Stick around as we uncover eerie tales, paranormal clues, and the vanishings that still haunt the Mogollon Rim. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more Arizona mysteries. Let's step back in time to the early 1900s, when the Mogollon Monster legend first took root. The Mogollon Rim, a massive escarpment in central Arizona, has long been a place of mystery. Native American tribes, including the Apache and Yavapai, spoke of a hairy man who roamed the forests, a creature that stood taller than any man, with a roar that echoed through the canyons. They warned their children to avoid the deepest woods, where this being hunted in silence. Fast forward to 1903, when the first documented sighting made headlines. A rancher near Payson claimed he saw a massive, ape-like creature tearing through his cattle pen. He described its matted fur, its stench of decay, and the way it vanished into the trees as if it were never there. By the 1940s, loggers working the rim began sharing their own stories. They spoke of finding strange, oversized footprints, some as long as 22 inches, pressed deep into the mud. They heard blood-curdling screams at night, screams that no animal could make. One logger, a man named Henry Thompson, swore he saw the creature up close in 1942. He said it stared at him with glowing eyes, its breath hot and foul, before it turned and melted into the shadows. These early encounters painted a picture of a creature that was more than a myth. It was a predator, one that seemed to guard the Mogollon Rim with a territorial fury. But the real terror began when people started to disappear. For decades, the Mogollon Monster was a campfire story, until people started vanishing. One of the most haunting cases happened in 1993 near Payson, Arizona, just a few miles from the Mogollon Rim. Herrick, a 42-year-old camper, set out for a solo trip in the Tonto National Forest. He was an experienced outdoorsman, known for his careful planning. He told his family he'd be back in 3 days. But Carl never returned. Search parties scoured the area for weeks, finding nothing but his campsite, completely trashed. His tent was shredded, his gear scattered, and strange, oversized footprints circled the site. No blood, no body, just nothing. Locals whispered that the Mogollon Monster had taken him. They pointed to the footprints, the destruction, and the eerie silence that followed. Carl's disappearance wasn't the only one. In 1978, a group of teenage hikers vanished near Fossil Creek, another hotspot for monster sightings. Their backpacks were found a mile from their last known location, but the teens were gone. No tracks, no signs of a struggle, just gone. Over the years, dozens of similar stories have emerged. Hikers, hunters, even children disappearing without a trace in the Mogollon Rim's forests. Some say it's just the wilderness, rugged terrain, wild animals, or accidents, but others believe the monster is to blame. They point to the patterns, the footprints, the screams heard just before vanishings, and the way the forest seems to swallow people whole. Could this creature really be hunting humans, dragging them into the shadows of the rim? Let's dig deeper into the paranormal clues that might hold the answer. So, what is the Mogollon Monster? Is it a flesh and blood creature, a paranormal entity, or something else entirely? Let's explore the theories. Theory 1. It's a Bigfoot-like cryptid, a species that's evaded science for centuries. The Mogollon Monster fits the Bigfoot. Profile: tall, hairy, bipedal, with oversized feet. Cryptozoologists argue it could be a remnant of a prehistoric primate surviving in Arizona's remote forests. They point to the footprints, the consistent sightings, and the creature's territorial behavior as evidence. But there's a problem. No bones, no DNA, no hard proof has ever been found. That leads us to Theory 2. The monster is a supernatural being. The Apache and Yavapai tribes believed the hairy man was a spirit, a guardian of the forest, that punished those who trespassed. Modern witnesses often report paranormal phenomena, feeling watched, hearing disembodied screams, or seeing glowing eyes that vanish without a trace. In 2015, a hiker named Sarah Jennings claimed she saw the monster near Woods Canyon Lake. She described its eyes glowing yellow, its body fading in and out like a mirage, before it let out a scream that made her ears ring for hours. Then there's Theory 3. It's all a myth, a story to explain the unexplainable. The Mogollon Rim is a dangerous place. Steep cliffs, dense forests, and predators like bears and mountain lions. Maybe the disappearances are just accidents, and the monster is a scapegoat for human error. But that doesn't explain the screams, the footprints, or the sheer number of vanishings. Modern sightings keep the legend alive. In 2020, a group of campers near Fossil Creek recorded what they called the scream of the Mogollon Monster. They described a howl so loud it shook their tent, followed by the sound of heavy footsteps circling their camp. They fled at dawn, but not before spotting massive footprints in the dirt. Just last year, in 2024, a trail camera near Pine captured a blurry image of a tall, hairy figure, its eyes glowing in the infrared light. The photo went viral, sparking debates. Bigfoot, bear, or something darker? Whatever it is, the Mogollon Monster continues to haunt Arizona's wilderness, leaving us with more questions than answers. What do you think it is? Drop your theories in the comments. We'd love to hear them. The Mogollon Monster remains one of Arizona's most enduring mysteries. Is it a Bigfoot-like creature, a vengeful spirit, or just a legend born from the dangers of the wild? One thing is certain: the Mogollon Rim holds secrets that may never be solved. The disappearances continue, hikers and campers vanishing without a trace, their stories echoing in the screams that pierce the night. Maybe the monster is out there watching, waiting for its next victim. Or maybe it's a reminder of how little we truly know about the wilderness we think we've tamed. What do you believe? Is the Mogollon Monster Arizona's deadliest mystery? Or is there another explanation for the vanishings? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. We're dying to hear your theories. If you enjoyed this episode, give it a thumbs up. It really helps us keep uncovering Arizona's darkest secrets. And don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell so you never miss a Dark Chronicles episode. Want more Arizona mysteries? Check out our playlist. We've got chilling tales like the Lost Dutchman mine waiting for you. Next time, we'll dive into another haunting legend. But for now, be careful if you're hiking the Mogollon Rim. You never know what might be watching from the shadows. Thanks for joining us on this eerie journey. See you in the next mystery.